Welcome to R&R, Relationships in Real Estate. I'm your host, Chris Silva, and this is my beautiful wife, Corey Silva.
Thank you so much. Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us here on R&R. Chris and I are the owners of Silva Realty and Silva Lending, and we've been in the real estate and mortgage industry since the early 2000s. We're super excited to have you all here with us today. Thank you so much for joining us. It is not raining, it's not pouring, and this old man is not snoring right now. He's wide awake, ready for the show.
I'm usually snoring, though.
Usually snoring, yeah. He's
For
a big
sure.
bear. So, welcome to the second week of November, y'all. How y'all feeling?
Did you enjoy the rain? How did everybody enjoy the rain yesterday? Did you like it? Do you hate the rain?
I mean, I don't understand how people don't like the rain. We live in California. We're in a drought. Everything is dry and crusty. We're heading into fire season, right? Why do you not want rain here? Like, let's get this under control so there's no fires.
But you know what comes like with the first sprinkles? Then we start getting all the messages on social media, the post. Oh, people don't know how to drive, right? And they didn't know how to drive before the rain.
They still don't know how to drive. Yeah, it's just amplified in the rain because there's more accidents. People don't slow down. It's like, just slow down, people. Everything is still going to be there. Lulu's here with us.
Hey,
Hi,
Lulu.
Lulu. Thank you so much for joining us. And she loves the rain.
You know who else loves the rain? Nola loves the rain.
Nola loves the rain.
She cannot wait. Even in her regular boots, not her rain boots, she's finding any puddle she could find the last couple days.
to
just
jump in.
right in them.
And I tell her, please don't jump. You're going to get us all wet and muddy. And she just sees it and can't help
She
it.
can't help herself.
She just runs up and jumps in it.
She's like a little puppy dog.
She's like Peppa Pig. She likes her little muddy puddles. Oh my goodness. So Mark Chang said, hey Mark, how you doing? He said, I like the rain. I don't like the gray clouds. Oh yeah.
So he likes that Maui rain, that Hawaii rain.
Yes, a tropical rain.
That's a nice rain too.
Hey,
Thanks for
I can't
joining
argue
us,
with
Mark.
that. Yeah, thanks so much for being here with us. We appreciate you all.
Yeah, I miss getting beat up in class by you, so I got to get back to class.
Yes, you do.
I actually tried to make it on Monday, and then Corey grabbed me. True story. She's like, don't go. Just stay home with us tonight. So I was like, all right.
It was raining. I was making like soup or something. I'm like, can you just stay with us? Don't go.
I appreciate it. I mean, honestly, I
How
was
could you
lazy.
say
anyway.
no to that, right?
I couldn't.
I pulled a Nola on him. I was probably like this, please.
It worked.
She does this like little thing where she sticks out her lip. Please don't go. It
And
worked.
Urvashi's here too. Hey, Urvashi.
Hi, Urvashi. Thanks for joining us. It's so good to see you all here. Everybody else who's on, drop a comment so we could say hello to you. And she said, thank you for the wonderful client appreciation event. Well, thank you so much for coming and being such an amazing client. We do all that for you guys because we appreciate you all.
Absolutely.
And without you all, then we really wouldn't be successful in this business. So
No, and we actually will be watching a video of the client appreciation event later in the show.
yes, I can't wait to see it. It will be our first time to see it as well.
I'm excited to see it.
I know, me too. So everyone, did you hear about yesterday? It was election day, full moon, and a single ticket won $1.9 billion.
Did we win? I heard it was in California. Did we win?
Oh my goodness. From the Powerball lottery. No, we
didn't win?
We
Okay.
didn't win. That was the first thing I was like, ooh, let me see. We never buy lotto tickets ever.
Ever.
And Chris said, let's buy them. So we let the kids pick out the numbers on one of the machines at Walmart. And yeah, crazy. Crazy day.
Crazy day. That's a
Crazy.
lot happening in one day.
I know. Oh my goodness. So we have a fun week to catch up on. But how is it in November? How's November going for you all? We're already in the second week. Do you feel like it's flying by? How many of you have already started decorating for Christmas?
Oh boy. So it is flying by. It's funny because we took down Halloween decorations the day after Halloween. And then Corey's like, should we just put up the Christmas decorations now? And I was like, can I get a break for a week? Can I just see my house like a normal house for 1 week? So we haven't put them up yet, but
The house is so empty, though, you have to admit. It kind of echoes in there.
it does kind of
You
echo.
walk in there and everything's just blank. And there's a little bit of an echo.
I mean, it's nice. It feels spacious right now.
yeah, I know. And then we'll just get all the junk, throw it back up, make it nice and festive.
Probably be doing that later in the weekend or something. Who knows?
Yes, I think so. So Ravashi said it's going way too fast. I agree. I can't believe it's already the second week of Thanksgiving.
We're flying.
Or of November. I'm already ready for Thanksgiving.
I'm ready for Santino's birthday.
Santino is going to be
8.
8 years old. Is that crazy?
Don't you love when parents do that? We back each other up, right? We forget stuff and we're like,
Think for a
gonna
second.
be. And then she mouths it as I mouth it, right? That was funny.
8. I had to think about how old Nola was and then add 2 to that.
But then we got Tino's birthday, Thanksgiving, your mom's birthday, your birthday, then Christmas. It's like, wow. Boom, 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 boom.
Yeah, that's
This
a
year-
lot going on.
The year is going to just continue to fly by.
I know. Super excited though. This is my favorite time of year. So did everybody get to like cuddle at least a little bit with the rain the past few days? I wonder.
Maybe, I don't know. Is everybody enjoying that extra hour? Like, how do you like or do you not like daylight savings time? Because it's like dark at like right after this show. I think it's gonna be time to go to bed.
Mimi's time.
It is dark so early, and it's like pitch dark.
Every time we're getting ready at 6 o'clock to like eat dinner, you're like, is it midnight? What time is it?
Right? I'm trying to put the kids to bed right after school, and they get home like at 3. I'm like, all right, guys, shower up.
I've
Dinner
noticed
time, bedtime. Let's go.
I've noticed they're way hungrier earlier now. They're like, I'm hungry. I need dinner. It's 5 o'clock. Usually I would feed them at like 6:37.
Maybe that was just last night. It was a full moon.
I don't know. Those kids, oh man, they've been eating a lot lately. They're
They
going
get
through
their
some
grub
growth
on.
spurts.
Our soon-to-be 8-year-old son eats about the same portions as I do now. That's insane. He's 8.
He's so big.
He's a big kid.
Oh my goodness. So I have to tell you that I appreciated that extra hour because we had family dinner on Saturday night and, you know, Jocelyn and Christian stayed really late.
We celebrated her birthday.
We celebrated her birthday and I looked at the clock and it was 1 something in the morning. And I'm like, oh my Lord, it is so late. I need to get to bed. It was really 2 something.
Yeah, so you appreciated it because you probably
Oh,
had a little bit too much to drink and you got to sleep in a little bit, right?
No, it was good. They brought over these little drinks that like if you're planning on having, you know,
A good time.
some adult drinks, you drink this little bottle of solution and you feel amazing the next day. I wish I would have wrote down the name of it, but it worked really well.
I felt amazing because I want to sleep at 10.
He just abandoned us while we stayed up and had a good time.
Tino's always ready to go up early, so I'll take him up, and when I lay down with him, I usually don't get back up until the next day.
I know. Well, Nola partied with us till 2 in the morning. She did not want to get up the next day. But Arashi said she likes it because I get up at 6 a.m. and would love to see some sunlight. Yes,
true.
that makes a big difference. I'd have to agree with her.
You know what? Nola is waking up early now.
Yes.
She used to sleep until like 9. Now she's up like at 6:45.
She doesn't want to miss out on all the fun in the morning. So it feels like yesterday we're looking forward to spring season and the summer rush for real estate. How is it switched up a little bit for you in the real estate market and how things have changed going into fall?
Well, not necessarily just the market, just more like the feeling, right? So I could only speak for myself personally. Usually this time of year, I start to dial it back a little bit. It gets darker sooner, so you're not out showing property as late.
Right.
Right. Then we have, in our family, it's like the birthdays start in September, then October, November, December. It's a bunch of birthdays, right? And then since our kids are born in October and November, their friends' birthdays are all in October, November.
Yes.
So it's just like because they were both TKers, right? So then all these birthdays at the same time. So I just naturally dial it back a little bit, start planning our vacation for January, and then start making the goals for next year. But I kind of take it easy. I take my foot off the gas, and it's probably why I usually start slow the following year. Like the first quarter is always my slowest, right?
Right.
But I can't really do that this year, and I'm not complaining.
No.
I've been super busy.
That's amazing. You have to be so grateful for
So
that.
grateful because there's a lot of agents that started this business in the last couple of years, not so busy. They're looking for
Yes.
part-time jobs, going back to like whatever they were planning on doing before real estate.
Right.
So super, super blessed, but excited. I'm excited to be working. I actually missed the elite meeting this morning, and I did it. And usually if I miss the elite meeting, I go to jujitsu. So which is nice. But I didn't even go there because I was showing property right before the show.
Hey, you got to get out. Whenever your clients are available, you have to be
That's right.
available for
We
them.
drop everything for our clients.
Yes. So this past week, we had some fun activities lined up for us. On Friday, we went to our kids' Husky Harvest Festival. And I think that was the first time the schools put it on, and with the help of the PTA, which the PTA at Pico Canyon is amazing. They put together like a whole carnival.
I can't remember the PTA president's name at the moment, but it's a young woman with 2 kids and a husband. But she is amazing because I believe that we have the highest membership of PTA members ever.
I know. They were everywhere.
There's over 100 PTA members, which is huge, right? And the fundraising has been amazing. And it all goes back to the kids.
Yes.
But it was a great event. And this lady right here knows how to put on some great events. We were very impressed with the school.
There was over 700 people there. They sold out of the wristbands.
That's awesome. And the wristbands were like $10 each. I think they average probably $40 a family because there's always a family of 4.
Yeah.
And it's great because it all comes right back to the kids.
Yes.
The kids get a benefit from it.
It was funny because when we got there was this huge jumper that was ginormous. It was
like
so
3 stories tall. It was scary.
I was like, they're going to go on that and it looked like a spaceship. And like getting ready to launch. And the kids are like, I've got to go on that. I'm like, Dad, you got to go get in line. So he stood in line,
like
took one for the
45
team
minutes.
for 45 minutes so they could get on that. And so they're all excited waiting. I'm taking them everywhere else. And they did like 4 different activities before they got there. So, the anticipation was building. And they wait, they go and they come down the slide. And we're like, how was it? And he was like, it was okay. Tino's like, it was all right. I'm like, dude, he just waited 45 minutes for
They
that.
could have lied to me, right?
Yeah.
It was so much fun, Dad. Thanks for waiting in line.
Nope. They kept it real.
They were like, all right, I'm out of here. Let's go. The highlight for me of the festival was the dunk tank. So Corey's been wanting me to get a dunk tank for our fall festival forever.
What do you all think? Do you think we should get a dunk tank for next year? Please put it in the comments because I think that would be an amazing thing to do. It would draw a lot of people to come out to see Chris get dunked.
So it was cool because they had the principals. The principal was a highlight. She was like the major dunk tank person in there.
Well, they had like
but they had teachers before that.
They
right?
had teachers leading up to the principal, right? So then the teachers would take turns, and these kids were good. There was a lot of little
forget about
baseball
the
players.
kids. There's like some of the dads that were on there, right? That are like, oh yeah, they were buying turns. I think it was like $5 for three shots to knock down the target, and they couldn't hit anything. They weren't even close.
This
Santino
one dad
comes
was
up.
terrible. I'm
Terrible.
like, please don't even try.
Santino comes up, and this kid's he never played baseball or anything like that. I mean, but he nails the target 2 out of 3 times. But since he's got 7-year-old muscles, it hit the target flush, but it wasn't enough power to knock it down.
Also,
I was so disappointed
I
because
was so sad. I wish someone who was up there manning
should've
the
just
tank
pushed it
should have
down.
just pushed it for him because he hit the target. It's not his fault that old dunk tank, which was probably made in 1970s, was a little rusty and wasn't
I think it was
getting
made
shut
before
down.
the 70s. I think it used to be like a guillotine back in the early, after 1400s, and then they made it into a dunk tank later.
Oh my gosh, yeah. I was
It was
like,
old.
And he even asked, why didn't someone just hit it? So Urvashi said, yep, she wants the dunk tank. Okay, I got 1 vote. Everybody else, please,
We have
please
to have like a
rally
number.
behind me.
We have to have like a number. I'm not going to just do it for like, one or even though Urvashi's amazing.
Yes.
There has to be like 50 people, 100 people. It has to be something that people that want.
So
want
is
to
it
see me do
50 or 100?
Well, 100 then.
You need 100 people
Yeah.
to say that they want you to go in a dunk tank.
I'm not just getting it. It's cold, girl.
Okay, I'm going to put this on social media. Everybody, you got to rally behind me. Who wants to see Chris in the dunk tank next year for the client appreciation event? I need to see likes and I need to see comments because we're going to come back to him
Do a survey.
and we're going to say, okay, look at this. The people have spoken. So
She
we're
said
going to
10 votes is enough. No way, Urvashi.
what? No, 10 votes is enough.
No way.
Oh, so we will put together. I like this. This is a good challenge. We're going to put a survey with invites and we'll see how many yeses we get for you.
Okay.
You have to have at least 100, you said?
Yeah. I think I
Okay,
got
we're
100.
going to make it happen, everyone. I'm so excited about it. So, yeah, we had a great time at the Husky Harvest. Got to see some friends there and dunk tank
Dunk tanks. It was cool.
and jumpers.
And right before the harvest, we got to have our son looking fresh and clean. So we got his haircut.
Yes.
Right. The last time we went to get his haircut, I took him, and usually Corey does. And I didn't realize I paid for an adult haircut as opposed to a children's cut. It was like $10 more. So, Corey's supposed to go in there, rec shop, get the discount. And when she got home, I asked her, and what happened?
He was like, did you ask him? I'm like, no. He was like, so you didn't ask him? I'm like, no, I didn't. Sorry,
Chickened
I
out.
forgot.
She chickened out.
I didn't chicken out. I totally forgot about that. Now, how about this? Next time, you can take him to get his hair cut, and then you can ask Grant to give you your $10 back.
Yeah, like 3 months later, I'm gonna ask her. You should have just did it this last time, girl.
So now this is my problem that you got overcharged and didn't ask the day of.
Yeah, you should have told me before, like, hey, it's only $30. It's not $40.
Well, if you question me when you got home, why don't you just question Grant? Like, dude, it's $40 now. You could have been like that.
Well, I didn't know how much it was ever. I was like, wow, that's expensive for a haircut, baby. Like, well, that's because you paid too much. I was like, oh, well, it would have been nice if I would have known ahead of time.
Somehow it's become my problem.
Yeah, should have told me.
Oh my Lord. Anyway, so Saturday and Sunday we had a we participated in the huge food drive for the Give a Turkey Give a Turkey event that's coming up. I'm sorry, it's not a festival. So, do you want to tell us a little bit about how that went?
Sure. So, just a little history on Give a Turkey. Been doing it 4 years now. Mm-hmm. It originated over at Golden Valley High School.
Yes.
And since then, because it's been so successful, now it's spread to more schools in Canyon Country. So just off the top of my head, it was Golden Valley, Canyon High, La Mesa Junior High, Sierra Vista Junior High, Bowman High School, Sulphur Springs Elementary.
Yes.
There was a lot of schools
involved. Yep.
Which is amazing because I remember the first year we did it, we were able to be like have the outside look in, see what was working, what wasn't working.
Right.
And we realized really quick that we needed to have more food drives to have food on the day of the event.
Right. Because previously people would bring the food and then they would distribute it the same exact day. Right.
And the idea behind that was they were collecting turkeys the day of the event because the schools don't have the storage for refrigeration of the turkeys. So they were trying to get the turkeys the morning of. 2 hours later, within 2 hours, they're boxing everything up, putting meals together.
It's a lot of hard work.
It's chaos. Mm-hmm. It was chaos. So quickly, we had a meeting afterwards. We identified how we could be better. And we were lucky enough, and I think you were like at a birthday party, and the lady whose son's birthday it was, her husband said, hey, give me your husband's information. And it was the GM of Walmart.
Yes.
Right? So the last 3 years, we've been lucky enough to have Walmart involved over in Canyon Country, and they refrigerate and house all the turkeys for us. We pick them up the day of the event, which is coming up on the 19th, I believe. I got to go back and check, but it's a Saturday. I think it's the 19th. But now what we do is we set up at Walmart. Their busiest weekend of the month is always the first weekend.
Right.
So that's what we did. First weekend in November, we set up there. We were able to collect, I think we had 150 meal packs.
That's amazing.
Our goal was 400. Mm-hmm. Maybe we had a little bit more because one church, the LDS church I believe it's the LDS church, the Latter-day Saints. Mm-hmm. They came up with like 230 meal packs.
That's awesome.
Amazing. A lot of the churches are involved in the community. That's just the one that comes to my mind right now. So we're able to make up all 400 food packs. Done. Mm-hmm. Right now we're working on turkeys. So that's like the next thing that we need. Turkeys are expensive, y'all.
I know they've gone up like double in price.
So you used to be able to get a turkey when we first started 4 years ago. They were like $15, a small bird.
Right.
But hey, look, this is a family that regularly wouldn't have one, right?
Right.
But now like the average bird's like $30.
Is that insane?
It's doubled.
Yeah.
So, with the same donations that we would have before, we're only able to buy half the amount of turkeys. Mm-hmm. Excuse me. So it's a little difficult. If anybody wants to get involved, really, we don't want the physical turkey because we can't house them.
Right.
But if you can get a Walmart gift card, we will purchase the turkeys the day of the event and then take them to the school. So
yes.
Anyhow, I'm looking forward to that. But the event was a huge success. A lot of community partners. I really didn't have to do anything except show up. Mm-hmm. Where the first year I'm setting up the canopies, right?
Yes.
We're doing everything that first year, and then now there's so many volunteers that it's really just taken on its own life, like a life of its own. I love it.
I love it too. There's a lot of kids from the schools at ASB there. which is good to get the kids out there to help support the community. And then we saw a lot of our clients there too. So thank
pretty
you so
cool.
much for coming out, for those of you who joined us. And there was a few people who actually reached out to us after the event too, who said, oh my gosh, I missed this. How can I donate? And it's not too late. So if you're interested in providing a donation to help out with the Give a Turkey event, please reach out to us. I'm able to hand deliver the gift card over to Golden Valley at the Pause Center. April Rego's amazing. And thank you so much to Patel over at Walmart. He's really helped shape this into something that's a little bit more of like a system, and it helps bring more donations for those in need during the holidays, and particularly with the Give a Turkey event. So thank you all so much for your kindness, your thoughtfulness. Everybody really appreciates it, especially these families who are going to be able to have a Thanksgiving meal
Yes.
who otherwise wouldn't. So
Yeah. So we're going to continue to talk about this on next week's show up until the event.
yes. So thank you so much for those donations. So we talked a little bit about, speaking of dinners, we had family dinner on this past weekend for Jocelyn's birthday, and today is her actual birthday. So happy birthday, Jocelyn. We hope you're having a wonderful day. I'm sure she's at the gym right now working out.
Yeah, she's a gym freak.
Yes, she's a fitness coach. So happy birthday. We wish you all the best. And then Election Day was yesterday. Did you make it out? Did you?
We made it out. Yeah, we definitely did. It was tough though. You know, it's raining, it's dark.
I know.
And we're like, we got to go. You know, you got to set the example for the kids now.
Yes.
Right?
Well, normally what we do is we go into the
library.
The library where they have the voter, everything set up, and the kids get the feel for like what you do when you go to vote. But this year we just filled out our ballots and we dropped it off at the drop center. They have drop
Right.
boxes all throughout the city. And for us, it's actually located at Pico Canyon Park, which is where there was a mountain lion attack recently.
So
the kids were a little nervous about us going there. They're like, why would you guys go here in the dark? And there's a mountain lion that could come out and attack you.
So if you guys didn't hear, like a couple months ago, there was a kid. That park is popular because there's stairs. They call them the Pico Stairs, and there's a bunch of people that climb those stairs all day, right?
Yes.
So a kid got bit there right as the sun was coming down a couple months ago. Right, he got bit in the butt.
Yeah, poor thing.
Poor thing, but luckily not in the neck. Not
Yes.
So he's probably traumatized, but I'm sure he's healthy.
Yes.
which is important. So the kids always have that in the back of their mind, and they know like sometimes there's bears in Santa Cruz. Not very often, but we get them,
Yes.
right? And they've seen coyotes roaming the streets, right? So they're like, why would they put this drop box where there's mountain lions and bears and coyotes? Like, you got a point there, kid. I
They
don't
were
know.
genuinely concerned about our safety. Oh my goodness. But so we didn't have to encounter any of the lines. For those of you who waited to the last minute like us to drop off your ballot or go to the polls to vote, how were the lines for you? Were they good? Was there good energy? I'm curious to know. Make a comment below and let us know what you experienced. I haven't seen all the results yet.
I paid attention right before. Let's see what is this?
What is this? Oh.
Pico Canyon Park. So this is where we voted.
Okay.
Oh, so we're bringing it up. I don't know that you're going to be able to. Oh, there's the Pico
there's
Stairs.
the Pico Canyon Stairs.
So imagine the kid was coming. Oh, I showed the house on the top right over there. It's funny because our client reached out to me and was like, "Hey, did you? We almost bought that house."
Oh, really?
I'm like, "You didn't almost buy it. You didn't make an offer on it." but
Maybe they thought about it for a second.
it was a nice house. But I told them, I'm like, the privacy factor. People climb these stairs every day. They weren't aware of it because they hadn't lived in Stevenson Ranch before.
Right. Oh, no, that's a popular spot for people to go to. So,
moving on to some more important things like the lotto. So, oh my gosh, who didn't play yesterday? $1.9 billion. I'd never played the lotto, but
I didn't even know about it until you mentioned it when we were at Walmart on the weekend.
I read a story about it and I was like, you know what? We're going to buy some tickets. I think we bought like $40 worth of tickets.
$40, yeah.
And it was fun. We'd let the kids pick and stuff. So we're, giving them bad habits already, teaching them about gambling at, age 6 and 7. But, it's fun. It's fun to just live in that fantasy land for like a day.
If I win, what
if
would
I
I
win?
do?
Right?
Chris is like, we're taking the cash buyout. I'm like, we haven't even won yet. What are you talking
saying
about?
if we won, taking the cash buyout, it's like almost $1 billion for the cash buyout after taxes. Yeah, I'm taking that money.
I love it. My parents have played lotto as long as I can remember. And my dad has a plan. He's had a plan for like the last 35 years. So what he's going to do with his winnings.
It's hilarious. So who out there actually plays the lotto like frequently, or do you just play when there's a big lump sum, like, 1 point? I think it's the biggest ever.
It was the biggest ever.
And then who has parents like that, or friends or family like Pops, like Corey's dad, my father-in-law, who he's already spent the money before he wins. He will tell us that, I'm going to buy a house for you and I'm going to do this, right? Like he's telling us everything that he's getting ready to do, right?
It's so cute. I know. Oh, I just want him to win like a little fortune one day on the lotto.
Yeah, just something, right?
The amount of money he put into that thing, he probably could have just reinvested that somewhere and had something.
I'm sure he's put in tens of thousands of dollars over the years into the lotto.
Oh my goodness. So the single ticket winner was from Altadena, California, out of all those states. Chris was so mad at me. He's like, why didn't you make me go to Altadena to buy it? I'm like, because I didn't know that's where the winning ticket was going to be sold. So
Should have used that woman's intuition.
I mean, I know I am the knower of many things, actually a lot of things. But for that, I mean, you're stretching it.
Yeah, I know.
I'm curious to know, was it a quick pick or did they pick their own numbers?
Oh, that would be a good little story, right?
Yeah.
I think I don't know what the odds are. I think you might have better odds with the quick pick.
I don't think so. Really?
I don't know. I'm just making it up. I have no idea.
So our producer played and he bought his ticket at a local 7-Eleven at 6:30. He loves to wait to the last minute. And there was a line out the door. He said people were buying tickets. There was like some good energy. People were all excited. I wonder how all those people felt today.
I mean, it's just back to reality, right?
All right. We'll just wait for the
But
next
again,
one.
I think that's why it gets so big is people want to live in that fantasy land for a day. Like, what if I win? Just the possibility. So you're saying there's a chance, right? Just like the little small
Hence the
1 in 500 million chance that you win.
Yeah.
It's worth it for the
Hence
dollar.
the popularity of Vegas. Like, that's why people love to go there, you know? Oh my goodness. So all those people, they're blessed to wake up and do it all over again.
Yeah, there's next week. I don't know what next week's winnings are going to be or jackpot.
I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. So last month we were fortunate enough to host our Fall Client Appreciation Festival, and it was a blast. For those of you who didn't join us, it was a Disneyland themed Halloween event.
How many RSVPs did we end up getting?
Over 200.
I think it was like 275 or something.
Something like that. And we were just about 200. I didn't actually go through and count
showed
everyone.
up, you mean.
Yeah. So, but for all of you who joined us, we had such a wonderful time with you. We had a blast. There was so much fun going on there. So well, we have the video here today.
That's cool because I haven't seen it yet, so I can't wait to see it. And it's like getting married or something. Like it goes by so fast. Mm-hmm. Except, and then me and you really aren't together the whole time.
Right.
Because we're trying to be good hosts.
Yeah, so we get to talk with all of our clients. And then, of course, the kids want me to play with them and do the scavenger hunt with them. So,
That's cool.
You have to enjoy the moment while you're there. So that's why we have amazing party planners that come and help us the day of. So here is the video from our fall festival. It was so much fun.
Well, let's check it out. Can't wait to see it. The Oogie Boogie, that was a winner.
Oh, that guy didn't want to stay up. The wind was knocking him over.
Mando.
So cute.
Oh,
I love our
look at those
clients. They're so
glasses.
cute. Look at everybody having a good time. I love it. Oh, these kids, they did not stop
Yeah.
that jumper. Oh my gosh, look at them all.
That
so
thing was a
cute.
hit.
Even my aunt got on it. Did you see her?
I saw her up there.
Oh yeah, he went fast,
He
that
sure
little
did.
one.
Look
Was
at-
that
look
Jeter?
at it. I didn't see.
It was his birthday the other day. So cute. Oh my goodness.
It was
Luna.
Maleficent. That Mickey and Minnie were legit.
I know, they're so cute and they dance the whole time. Oh, look at her.
Okay.
That Maleficent, yeah. Santino's so cute.
Look how big he is.
He's ginormous. He needs to stop growing.
Uh-oh, get it, girl.
Silly.
These little kids are so cute. That one little boy was getting it, huh? You saw?
Yes. Okay, so now I can see what all the food looked like. Oh, look at all the raffle winners. Gladys always wins.
She always wins. That's like the third time she's won.
I know. Susie wins too a lot. Oh, I hope they're going to have fun movie nights. She needs her coffee.
They win too.
They win all the time too, yep. Oh, there goes Professor. He was like, I won. I almost gave his prize away. He took too long to get up there.
Right? How fun.
Yeah, thank you so much, everyone, for coming out.
Oh, that looked great. It's a good video.
Makes me want to do it all over again.
We will next year.
I know. We're going to have a dunk tank, right, everybody?
We'll see.
I'm taking suggestions on the next theme because I am trying to I already booked the food for next year and I'm trying to reserve the park, but they won't let me do it until 6 months in advance.
You gotta wait. Did you put it in the calendar?
I'm going to mess you up.
I'm just saying. Put a little alert in the calendar 180 days out.
Yes, I did. Thank you.
Okay, I'm going to check. I'm going to check after the show.
How about I let you just plan it then? Let's see how that turns out.
So switching things to real estate.
Uh-huh. Nice save.
So Corey
This guy.
was out showing property this weekend.
Yes, I was. It was so nice. I was on that open road driving through Placerita Canyon. It was so beautiful. The trees. Oh my gosh.
I mean, how does it feel to be
day.
back out there?
It felt great. It was so nice. I was enjoying nature on the way there. There's leaves falling. Pull up to this house in Sand Canyon. Had a lot of potential. It was nice. It was cool. I got to meet up with a friend, one of my best friends actually, and we were checking out this house. And yeah, it's just so interesting to me, how sellers think their houses are worth so much more than they are.
It's always been that way.
I mean, I know that, and I'm trying to look past it, but this house had a hill coming down.
So
I thought it was
how steep was that hill?
Okay, so listen to this, guys. I knew I had to hike up a hill, so I didn't wear heels. I was I'll just wear some boots. I had to take my boots off on the way down to get down the hill.
So would you crawl down? You slide on your butt? How'd you get down?
I walked down barefoot on some hard concrete.
Yuck. Yuck.
I know, I was cringing. I can't even walk on my floor at home barefoot. And my floors are clean. It creeps me out to feel anything on my feet. So I was cringing, those last 10 steps that I had to take those boots off. I thought I was going to fall.
Oh my gosh.
It's so funny because my best friend's mom's I'll go get your shoes out of the car if you want. I'm no. I just got to get this done now. I don't want to fall. She's no, it's okay. And she couldn't help me because poor thing recently fell.
Oh,
so
no.
I couldn't lean on her to get down. But thank goodness, my best friend and her family and the agent didn't see me barefoot.
They didn't judge you, huh?
I mean, if they're watching it now, they're judging. That's okay. Judge me all you want. It's better than getting a scraped up face. I had some dirty feet that I cleaned up right after I put my shoes back on.
Arvashi says, yay, Corey. So I'm sure if we took a poll with all the clients that worked with both of us at different times, I'd venture to say that over 90% of them would prefer to work with you.
I don't know. You're a great agent.
You're amazing.
Well,
I think people would
thank you.
love to work with you.
I appreciate that.
So I know I have one of my really oldest best friends bought his house with Corey.
It's two of his houses. Sold one too. He was one of
that's
my very
right.
first clients.
That's right. I forgot about the condo. Anyhow, he told me, this is before Corey went out and started showing property again. He's if I ever buy another house, Corey's going to have to come out of retirement because I'm not working with you. I was all right.
Straight up, kept it real.
Kept it real. I'm no hurt feelings here. I'm good with that.
Right. No, but it was a good time. There was some beautiful views. We got to see another house that had a lot of potential. But yeah, it was fun going out just to get to see some different neighborhoods. It was great.
So what happens now if we start getting calls and they're yeah, I don't want to work with Chris. I want to work with Corey. Are you going to take those on?
Why not? Why wouldn't I?
All right.
Okay. I just need some time. I just need you to pick up the kids or do something like that.
Oh, I love that. That's a big deal, you guys. You have no idea. So Corey, she stopped showing properties 2 days before she gave birth to Santino. She delivered keys to new homeowners.
Not 2 days. I was in labor delivering keys.
Yeah, but
and I gave birth to him the next day.
okay, the day before. Excuse me. And she
It's a big difference.
And she walked uphill barefoot and downhill barefoot.
I didn't walk up the hill barefoot.
I'm just saying, you sound
the
like-
last 10 minutes coming down, I took my shoes off and then put
I'm
it
just
back
saying,
on.
you sound like those parents that are like, back in my day, I used to walk to school uphill both ways.
For mothers who have given birth, you can appreciate when someone says like, no, not 2 days I stopped showing homes. I was in labor delivering keys to 2 families.
I do remember that. I remember she was saying the last person was like, get out of my house before you have your baby in my house.
Yeah.
Because you're like, in the house. But anyhow, it's such a huge deal because Corey hasn't showed property in years and years and years. And maybe once or twice, just for the one time you went and showed for me, because I couldn't make it. I couldn't be in 2 places at one time.
Right.
Agents were busy as well, right? So you bailed us out. But this is like, you have a full-on client right now that you're showing property to, that you're working with that client.
Right.
It's pretty awesome.
Well, thank you very much. I take pride in it.
No, I'm
It's
excited.
one of my roles.
I'm excited. I'm excited for you and for our clients.
So once Nola gets into that full day schedule of school, it'll make things a little bit easier.
Sure.
My whole thing is like, I want to be available for my clients all the time. And if I'm taking care of my kids, like, I don't want to neglect the clients or the kids.
Right.
So that's why it's like in baby steps, in moderation, I'll take on some new clients.
Sure. Yeah, well, absolutely. You're like, yeah, I got room for one more.
Yep.
Right.
Oh, one more. I'll add more to my plate. I got a business to run. I got a brokerage to run over here. I got
Yeah.
audits to do.
You got a whip to crack, huh?
On you.
I know.
Get to it. Close some more deals, buddy.
So speaking of closing some more deals, we have opened some more escrows.
Yes.
Right. And I don't want to knock on something, but we're moving along. We made it through the home inspection on both of them.
Awesome.
Haven't got a request for repairs back yet, but according to the buyer's agents, no deal breakers. So we're moving along. Took out a new client over the weekend, made an offer, just found out right before the show, didn't get accepted. There was 4 offers on this house, supposedly.
Wow, that's rare.
Yeah, it's rare for one house. I don't believe the agent, there's probably one other offer. But we'll see.
Some of these agents,
We'll see
I
if
don't know.
A lot of deals fall out now, so I'll just continue to follow up on that.
Yes, there's been a lot of back on the markets.
Yeah, but we've been really busy. So I don't know how other agents are doing with business right now. Thank God, thank our clients that we're super busy. So there's a lot of people looking to buy a house right now because with the rates going up, there's a lot of homes, you guys. If you go back, if you've been surfing on the web for the last 6 months, right? Because a lot of people start on Redfin or Zillow or whatever. You will see if houses have been on the market for like 100 plus days, they've probably had $100,000 in price reductions.
Yes, we're starting to see a lot of those.
There's a lot of 10% drops happening right now. So just remember back to January when everybody wanted a house and there was
couldn't get their offers accepted.
couldn't get accepted. You can actually negotiate for the sellers to pay closing costs now. It's pretty amazing. The rates are higher, but the prices have come down, like I said, like 10%.
Right.
I read an article that was saying, and I believe this to be true anyway, I always tell our clients this, November and December are some of the best months to get a deal on a house. Now, the problem though with that is the inventory is also extremely low in November and December. So it's slim pickings, but if you can find a house that you can picture yourself in, you can get a really good deal on it this time of year.
Ooh.
Exciting times. I'm really having a good time out there, wheeling and dealing, negotiating. I haven't been able to do that in a long time.
I know.
So
you're
nice.
always doing that. What are you talking about? Don't sell yourself short.
What I'm saying is like the market that we've had over the last 2 years for the buyers, it's like you had to take what you can get.
You're just begging, please just take my offer.
And I was, we were leaning on our relationships that we have with other
Yes.
agents to get our offers accepted. But it was still a seller's market, so they were still kind of dictating the terms.
Yeah.
Hey, here's the terms, take it or leave it, right?
Now the pendulum's starting to swing in the
Oh
other
yeah.
direction.
Now
Yep.
I'd say it's about even, maybe tilting over to the buyers a little bit. The reason sellers still have some say so and some power is that there's not much inventory.
Yes.
So we're starting to see homes that are move-in ready. They're still going off the market real quick, but the ones that aren't move-in ready or they haven't decluttered their house, They're just hanging out. So right now, if you guys are looking for a deal and you've been waiting for a deal, good deals are there to be had these next couple months.
That's for sure. So speaking of the market and watching it, I'm always looking at the market too, because, as you guys may have heard, if you're following us, we were planning on purchasing a home over in Williams Ranch.
Super excited about it too.
We were so excited about it. Chris more so, which is very rare because he doesn't get excited about much. So when he was this excited, I'm like, whoa, what? Easy guy. Let's take things slow. But yes, we were both super excited. The kids were excited, and it got to a point where we decided not to purchase there. There were just some questions that we had that weren't answered, that we weren't going to get an answer on. So we ended up deciding to cancel, and it's official. We've officially canceled.
Yeah, so we're officially not buying at Williams Ranch right now. Now, if our questions get answered in the next couple of years, great. We there's a couple things. We just really want to see how things pan out with the winery, with the
Citrus Grove,
the pool, the amphitheater, right?
The community center, all those things that help make the community, part of the community, that draw people together to be around each other. Those were like huge selling points for us. It's going to be a while before those things are built. And so that just kind of left us a little uneasy. But we do have great clients who are purchasing in there who love their home. They're super excited about it. We were super excited about the home we were going to be purchasing as well. And Chris had the opportunity to go do one of their walkthroughs the other day. And I think it sounds like, I don't know, did you feel a little sad after seeing their house?
Sure. For sure. I felt extremely happy for them. Felt a little bit sad. So on the plus side, we just talked about some of the things we were worried about. But on the plus side, the finishes, big shout out to Williams Ranch, because the finishes, their house looked amazing.
Yes.
And if anybody's ever purchased a new construction, you do this walkthrough a couple weeks before you close, and you basically just walk around with a roll of blue tape, and you tape all the imperfections throughout the whole house.
Right.
So, I was there for that too, so I could point some things out maybe other people didn't see, which I found a few things. But there's like, excuse me, little extra things that they didn't really tell you in the sales center. And they're not advertising, but I know the value with it. Excuse me.
I told him I'm glad he went, because I think if I went there, I'd probably come home crying. Like, I want that new house.
So some of the cool things is this isn't sexy or anything, but this costs money, right? In the backyard and the side yards, there's drainage. Doesn't sound exciting. But before, you wouldn't have drainage with new construction. You're responsible for all your own drainage.
Oh, so the drainage is already put in. It goes core to curb?
Yep.
Oh, my goodness. Like, that's a huge thing when people don't do that. And then you have floods in your backyard.
That could be like $5,000 all by itself. All right. That's done already.
That's huge.
Which is huge because it was raining. There was no puddles anywhere because it was raining when I did the walkthrough.
That's good.
That's done. Sewer cleanouts. There's sewer cleanouts by all the bathrooms.
Oh,
in the
that's
kitchen.
Great.
So a sewer cleanout's like $1,000 a pop to put it in, and you got to break your wall and all that stuff, right?
And they already have it.
It's
there.
already done.
That's so good.
Right. So I did like that, and the inside is it's beautiful. There's nothing like it on the market right now. So anybody looking for new construction, see, another thing with us too is we could talk about this now that the money's back in our bank account, but we just finished telling you how the market's dropped 10% in a lot of places, right? Well, it hasn't at new construction, right? They're still wanting the same prices that people were paying back in April and May, right? So when you're buying, if you're at $1.6 million, $1.7 million, and the average home in that community is selling closer to $1.2 million, there's a $500,000 difference, right?
That makes a big difference.
And I think that difference, it's just too much. It needs to come down to because we were getting like the biggest house there. So I think it needs to be closer to like 300,000 difference. And if they would have offered to drop the price or incentives or something like worth 10% of the value of the home, like 170 grand, I think we'd be moving in next week. Right. But that wasn't offered. They think they're going to sell the properties at that price, $1.7 million, for a house that doesn't have a backyard? I don't think so.
Yeah, that's
I
challenging.
could be wrong. I could be wrong, but the way we looked at it is 2 years from now, all the stuff could be built out that we were worried about, that we want to see done.
Mm-hmm.
And I think we could still get the same house 2 years from now for around the same price without the worries of is everything going to be built out? Because we could just wait for it.
Yeah, for sure.
So we'll see. It all works out for a reason. My big thing that we always preach to our clients, and I'm sure you guys hear from me all the time, is do not get emotionally attached to any house.
Yes.
Right. And we almost fell victim to that, but I think we were pretty good. Like, yeah, you get excited. We were excited about buying a new house, excited for the space, but we didn't get attached to it. And I think we made the best decision for our family.
Yes, I think so too. I think what we've found with not purchasing this home is we're focusing on how little space we have in our house.
Very little space.
So lately we've been doing a lot of purging and reorganizing. And the other day we reorganized our kids' bedroom. And at first, these kids were not having it.
They didn't cry in front of me, by the way. They cried. They only cried to mom
They
because I didn't even
walked-
know they cried.
They walked out and they walked into the room. They said, "What happened in here?" I said, "We just wanted to move things around, give you a little more space." And they're like, "No, move it back. I don't like it. What if I fall off the bed? What if I this?" And then they started crying in the bed because they didn't like the way we reorganized it. And we spent like a good 2 hours reorganizing their room and like almost breaking our back moving heavy furniture. And I said, let's just sleep on it. There's no reason to cry. See if you like it in the morning. You guys are going to have your own little drawers where you could put your favorite things in. Your special items are going to be right next to you. The next day, which was yesterday, they came home from school and they went up straight to their room. They said, "Don't come into our room right now. We have a surprise for you." Like, okay. So Chris and I stayed working, we had a lot of things to do. And they go, "Okay, you guys are ready?" "Yes." "Close your eyes." The first thing they do is they take us to our room and they let us open our eyes. They folded all their clothes, which was so cute.
They folded a ton of laundry.
They really wanted to impress us on them doing their chores. It's a big deal. They have to do their chores.
They washed dishes yesterday,
And
too.
they washed dishes. And then the next thing is they walked us to their room and they were like, "Look at what we did." They made their beds.
They made their beds. They were super excited to be in their room, which is cool. It needed a facelift.
They needed some revitalization to make them excited about their room again, right?
Right. What makes me sad about not purchasing at Williams Ranch is that property. Our house right now it's smaller. It's 1,733 square feet. We've been in there 15 years, and the house we were purchasing was like 4,200 square feet, which is almost 3 times the size.
Right.
Right. And we have a 2-car garage, which we only have enough room for 1 car right now, and
We make it work.
yeah. Anyhow.
Oh, wait. Don't even talk anymore. How many of you get to actually use your garage? Is it organized? Do you have stuff piled everywhere? How often do you reorganize your garage so you can get through it? How many people just throw their stuff in the garage and then there's messes everywhere?
So this is a calculated plan, by the way. I think you figured this out by now, right? Is the only way I can... Corey's sort of a hoarder. Okay, she just holds on to things forever. And the worst thing that can happen was the lockdown and COVID, right? Because Corey had stuff from like who knows how long ago, like just random things that she holds on to. And she was like, "Aren't you glad I held on to all this stuff? Because now the kids have all these activities to do during this lockdown," right? And I was like, we've had one lockdown. I'm 42 in my whole life. So the chances of this happening again are very slim to none. But okay. So, do I let the garage get a little messy sometimes? I sure do. Because at some point, Corey gets so sick of this that she's like, "Can you just please clean the garage?" I'm like, "Sure." And then when I clean the garage, I purge, meaning I'm getting rid of all kinds of stuff. I'm going to Goodwill like 3 times. I love to get rid of stuff. She likes to hold on to things, so we always have that tug and back and forth of what we can let go. Right? She still wants to hold on to some clothes for the kids that are like, it's a Disneyland sweater. Like, it doesn't have their name on it.
No, because I feel like it's so, I don't know. For me, I have like these little sentimental things that I want to hold on. Like I remember how they were when they wore it. I don't know.
So just picture this now, because Corey's gonna hold on to these sweaters, right?
Or like I've seen some of these moms make like blankets and Afghans like on old sweaters that like
Oh boy, this is what we're doing. Okay, go ahead.
I'm not gonna do that, but the idea is nice.
Well, you might as well. I'd rather have all those sweaters into one blanket instead of having like 20 sweaters.
The other option is like, I don't want to just give them away. I feel like someone will actually appreciate those sweaters because they don't make Disney sweaters like that anymore. Like they're really nice. Now it's like, I don't know, quality is gone like, pfft.
It's only like 3 years ago. Those sweaters are like 3 years old.
Yeah, I know. COVID happened and then Disney stopped caring. There's like way less magic.
Okay.
So like if anybody has kids that are size 4, actually size 6 and lower, I have a bunch of cute stuff I need to give away. I don't want to just give it away to Goodwill.
This is a lie,
Come
guys.
rummage through my
Hold
house.
on. She's not going to give you anything, because what's going to happen is you're going to show up and she's going to be like, no, I got to keep this one.
Shut up.
In her head, she's already figured out that these are going to our grandkids.
It's not going to
25
our
years from now.
grandkids.
25 years from now, our grandkids will have these Target sweaters.
It's not a Target sweater. But thanks. It's not Target. I promise you they're good quality. So if anybody wants them, reach out.
Did somebody like hand sew these sweaters?
Maybe in another country. I don't think it was in the U.S.
So anyhow, so we're
boy.
going through, we're cleaning up our house. It's nice. We're halfway done with the office, and I have to laugh because Nola walks in there today. I was working in the office. She walks in and she goes, Daddy, how come your side's so clean and Mommy's side's so dirty?
Because mommy's taking care of the kids and cooking and doing homework and all that stuff downstairs where daddy gets to clean his office. Did you tell her
Anyhow.
that?
I thought it was funny.
I'll let her know.
By the way, I was working in the office, but Daddy does work. I don't know, but anyhow, it was funny. I was like, I don't know, baby, why don't you go ask her? Did she ask you?
No, she knows better. She's a very smart girl.
She's a very smart girl. So what are we saying here? Anyhow, moving on. Looking ahead, this Friday is Veterans Day.
Yes.
So we got a lot going on this Friday. So Friday's Veterans Day. Shout out to all the vets. Kids don't have school on Friday.
Right.
You have Disneyland in the calendar.
It's been in the calendar for about 2 months.
I don't know about all that. I don't.
You got to make these reservations way in advance. So what I do is as soon as the next month opens up for Disneyland reservations, I look at the kids' calendar to see what days they have off, and I book those days.
Okay, great. Good job on booking it. I have the Elite Awards that I missed last year to go to Disneyland, so I can't really miss this year. So the question is, are you getting a sitter and coming with me? Are you going to Disneyland? What's happening?
I don't know. I was thinking of getting a sitter and then canceling Disney again. So then I could go with you to the Elite Awards.
Today is Wednesday. That's 2 days. Have you made any calls?
The only person I'm going to call is Grandma. Come on now.
Hopefully
I got to
Grandma's
reach out
watching.
to Grandma.
Grandma's probably watching the show, and now she put her phone on Do Not Disturb. She blocked your number.
She's like, sorry, girl, I'm going to Gloria's. Nope, can't watch the kids. And if not, then the alternative is I'll go to Disneyland with the kids.
It's a
No
win-win,
problem.
right?
Winning either way.
Who's what kid's birthday party is it this week?
Nola's little friend Aria.
Oh, Aria?
Yeah, it's her 6th birthday.
Do anybody know these little friends that just make you smile when you think about them? So this little girl is so cute. I've never seen her not smiling.
She's so excited all the time.
Then there's that little boy. He's not in Nola's class, but he's just walking around smiling all the time.
All the time. Cutest kid.
I've wanted to stop his dad a few times. Just like, your kid just brings happiness to everybody with his smile. Probably thinks I'm weird if I say something like that, but
It's infectious.
it is. Smiles are infectious for
yes,
sure.
for sure.
So we got that happening. What else? What else we got? Oh, you're going to an event. Are you doing the book club?
No, that's not this week. Actually, is that next week?
I'm not sure.
I don't think so. I think it's the following week. But
I'll
I do
look
have
at-
an
I'll look at
event
the
this
calendar.
weekend. Check the calendar. I do have an event this weekend that I'm going with our good friend Rona Jukes. She invited me to, so that should be lots of fun. I think it's at the Hyatt in Valencia.
Okay.
So that'll be fun. And Chris gets to deliver keys next week, which is exciting.
I got to figure out what we're doing for a gift. So got to take care of our clients. These we've seen these clients grow, right? So we were lucky enough to be invited to their wedding like 10 years ago.
Yes.
And then we put a plan together so they could buy their first home. They bought their first home. It was like 1,200 square feet, right? Then we sold that house. Then they bought their next home, which was like 2,200 square feet, nice home. And then now they're buying Williams Ranch, which it's so cool to see the journey that they took.
Yes,
right?
to see them as boyfriend and girlfriend, and then having 2 babies.
2 baby girls.
Now their third home. They're just so great. I'm so excited for them.
I'm really happy for them. I didn't want to post their picture. I know I need to post more, but I just caught it in the moment. Like there's this great picture that I took of them. She's like leaning on him, and they're going over some of the stuff that they need to know with like the QC at Williams Ranch. And they're just, it's cute. Maybe I'll ask them if I could share it because they posted it on their page.
Yeah, ask if you could post it.
But it's really cute. It's just fun to see the families grow, and I don't know. We're like play a small part, right, of that journey. It's fun to watch.
Yes, we're so thankful for those moments. They warm my heart.
Yeah. So then we also have parent-teacher conference for both kids on the same day, right?
Yes.
We got lucky.
I know. Well, I love about that school is you could put in there what other kids you have at the school and which class they're in, so they coordinate with the other teacher. So we have them back to back next week. So that'll be nice.
Sweet.
Speaking of school, so this morning, I know we're getting ready to wrap up our show. Santino and I were on our way out, and at the end of the road, I saw a coyote running down the street. I was like, Santino, look at that coyote. It's like, oh, Mom, I didn't see it. And then its little friend came too, or maybe brother or sister. Yeah. And then so as we're going, there's a little kid walking down the road, like not even 100 yards behind the coyote. I wanted to give that little boy a ride to school. Would that have been creepy? Hey, little boy, get in my car. There's 2 coyotes.
I don't think it would be as creepy if you did it, but if a man does it, I think it's, I'm going to jail.
I didn't want to scare him, but I was afraid those coyotes might like jump out
That's
at him.
that mama bear in you, girl. You're a
Oh
good
my
mama.
goodness. I want to I know this sounds creepy. I want to follow him home one day and then knock on on their door and tell the parents hey, if he ever needs a ride, I'll give him a ride in the morning. Is that creepy?
Yeah, you're weird.
I don't want him to get hurt.
It's a little sus, like Tina says. It's a little sus.
I don't want to see on the news little boy got bit by a coyote and it could have been prevented.
We haven't had any coyote attacks. Like they're coming after bunnies and small dogs.
There's no bunnies lately. I haven't seen bunnies in a long time.
Because we got coyotes. They're taking care of that bunny population, which is not a bad thing. Circle of life, girl.
Oh my goodness.
They haven't attacked any kids. I think that little boy's gonna be okay.
All right.
It's not like he's 3. The kid's like 8 years old or something.
Okay.
Oh boy.
I'm so crazy. I know. Well, everyone, thank you so much for joining us here on R&R. That's going to be our show today. Thank you again for hanging out with us here on Relationships and Real Estate. Be sure to catch us here weekly on Facebook Live every Wednesday at noon. We're your host, Corey and Chris Silva, and we'll catch you next week. Bye.
Bye.